What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bayou Bandit Charters. On this week's episode, we're going to be doing something special. I've got my good friend Dylan Keene on a boat, aka Dr. Doormat.
Dr. Doormat.
The goal of today is we're going to go out, catch some flounder, and tag them and release them. We'll go over this program more in detail once we get out on the water. Enough talking, let's go catch some fish.
And by mid-January to February, they're all legal fish. And they're growing like crazy during that time.
All right, fish on, fish on. There we go. There we go. Let me see. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a real good one. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Oh, he swallowed it too. Boom.
Nice.
There we go. Oh, there we go. That's a good one right there.
About 3.5, 4 pounder.
Good fish. On the old fish bite, dirty boxer. Nice. Nice flounder. Come on, calm down. Open your mouth. Hey, work with us. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna give you a little bit of jewelry. Look at there, he just spit it right out. That's perfect. Caught him on the old tap out color. All right, let's get we want a closed mouth measurement, right?
Yep, that's a pretty one.
He's sitting on 20 3/4. 20 3/4 inches. All right, Dylan is going to go over the whole, you want to do right here on the table?
Sure.
Dylan is going to go over the whole procedure on how to tag these fish. May want to hold on to him right there.
So we've got, this is the tool that anglers will get when they participate in this program, and the tags come in a sheet of 25 tags that you load down into here. Makes it real convenient for you, so when you pop one, the next one will pop down, and you can kind of keep tagging that way. It's got a needle that you put in there. I've got a bunch of replacement needles in case you dull it or it goes bad over time. And all you got to do, the way I like to tag them, you want to try to keep it streamlined with the body of the fish. For this fish, I'll do both of them, so we'll double tag it as your first fish.
Okay.
And you just kind of go in right here.
Oh! Don't you lose that, rascal.
You didn't like that. You just go in and kind of go through the meat to where you cross the body a little bit. Pull that trigger.
About a 45.
And there it is.
All right, there is the first tag.
So we got 2896 and 2897.
2896 and 2897. And what we're going to do now that Dylan has allowed me to start tagging fish, I have my own gun, my own tags. Y'all know I'm teamed up with Fishbites. I reached out to them, and we're going to do a little prize package, a little giveaway to anybody that catches and releases any of these flounder that I have tagged. And this is going to continue on. I'll give you some koozies, stuff like that. Fishbites give you some pack of baits, maybe a hat, who knows. But this is a very good program. We ready to put this fish back in the water?
Yep. And so on this tag, you'll find our tagging website, tags.usouthal.edu. And you can go to that website and enter in all the information on your fish. It'll come to me, and I'll reach out to Jody and let him know that this fish was recaptured. And then you'll also get a report on where this fish was tagged, as well as a reward of your choice, a hat or a t-shirt.
So y'all will be giving away stuff too?
Yep, there'll be a monetary reward of a hat or a t-shirt for catching this fish. And then the cool thing about it being one of your fish is they'll get an extra reward, right?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Really cool. And a couple other people might choose to do the same thing with their fish, but this is going to be one of Jody's. All the fish we tag today will be under his name.
Nice doormat.
Yep, really pretty fish. Woo! Thank you.
He told you bye, didn't he, brother? Why don't you tell all the viewers what this program's all about, the history of it, the goals of it?
Yeah, so I've been privately tagging flounder for my PhD thesis work for 4 years now. And I've tagged upwards of 800, some with acoustic transmitters, some just with these conventional tags. And as I'm kind of wrapping up my research, what I wanted to do was basically establish some long-term monitoring and conservation work stuff here that involve the anglers. And so we have a program here in Alabama called Tag Alabama that allows recreational anglers to tag redfish, speckled trout, triple tail, tarpon, but it's never included flounder, specifically because you need specialized equipment to be able to tag them. And so I've worked out all the kinks with my stuff, and now was able to get some funding through the University of South Alabama to get guns that can go to our recreational anglers and guides to allow them to track or tag their own fish. And so all that information is private for Jody. Like I'll manage all his data for him, and he can choose whether or not he wants to share that with the people. And then whenever one of his fish is recaptured, he'll get a report. I'll send it to him, say, hey, one of your fish was recaptured here, here's how big it was when it was recapped, and send him a nice report for his records. And maybe over time try to develop some cool rewards for our top taggers, and maybe, you know, when you hit your 100 tag mark, get a cool reward or something.
That is so awesome, y'all. And what have you been seeing about growth rate? Growth rate's pretty good with
really
flounder,
incredible
isn't it?
through the first 2 years. Yeah, these flounder can reach, they'll reach about 12 inches, kind of, you know, if a fish is spawned in the winter time. By October, it's typically around 12 inches. And then through the winter, by February, it's a legal fish. And then during that second year, their growth rates are really incredible. They could be anywhere from 16 to 20, upwards of 20 inches by the end of that second year, which is when they mature for the females. And then growth slows down a bit after that, you know, about 1 inch or 2 a year, but they start to get really big and wide.
Oh, they get some good shoulders on them, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
That's been the really cool thing about some of this stuff, is seeing how fast they grow, and the response we've had to the management changes are probably a direct result of that. And so it's going to be really cool to see, you know, the recaptures in terms of really large fish, like 20 inch or plus, are somewhat much smaller than, you know, smaller fish that we tag. And so I think that's just about getting more of them out there, and
right,
and in all these different places with the different anglers. So
well, I'm definitely going to do my part. I'm excited to be part of this program, and you'll see a lot more tagging of flounder in my videos. And if y'all real good and look at the backgrounds and all, you might be able to know where I'm fishing at, and you can go back, recapture that fish, and we want another release on that fish. I know flounder tastes so good, but you know, if you can, for the tracking purposes, to see a second recapture, maybe even a third on these flounder, would be absolutely incredible.
Yep, so just length and location, if you recapture it, is really the only
length and location.
Fish if you want to, that's totally up to you. It just adds more data.
Length and location. So you need like GPS coordinates or general area, or what are you looking for?
So, you know, I'll leave that up to the angler's discretion. Some people don't want to give away exactly where they are, but the more precise you are, the better data you're going to get back. And the coolest thing I've seen about these fish is how localized they are. Like, they'll literally, that fish that we just tagged here, if it, you know, this time next year, she might be right back here in this exact spot. And I've seen that over and over again with the acoustic tagging and the recaptures. And so the more precise you are, the better you're going to be able to see what your fish are doing, and the better data I'll have to work with as well.
And would you say that fish that we just tagged would be what, probably maybe a 3-year-old fish?
Yeah, probably a 3-year-old. So that fish is definitely going to go out and spawn this winter time and produce a ton of eggs, which is really, really important for maintaining the fishery. And like Jody was telling me earlier off camera, is how many juveniles he's been seeing this year, and really the last couple of years. And so that to me is really encouraging, and what we'd like to continue seeing. And those fish right there are a large part of why we're seeing that recovery.
This is a great program, because y'all know I run flounder gigging charters. I know a lot of the guys that follow my channel gig flounder, but I've been seeing, you know, 30, 40, 8 to 10 inch flounder at night, and it's just so good to see, because that, I mean, that's next year's crop. You'll see me talk about it in the videos. I've been catching some small ones as well. Just a great, excellent program. Now, did you tell me that male flounder only get to 15 inches?
Yes, so male flounder are much, much smaller. They're almost kind of like a different species in a way. Really, I've only seen a few legal male flounder, and after about their first year of life, they tend to typically go offshore where they'll spend the majority of their time. And that's what, you know, the females will use the estuary for most of the year and then migrate offshore with the males, spawn, and then the females will come back. The males actually don't live quite as long as the females do either. A female could live up to 9 years old.
Really?
We haven't seen one that old in a very, very long time. But typically the fishery consists of mostly 2 and 3 year olds. But I have seen some 4 or 5 and even 6 year olds as I've done what I've done over the past couple of years. So
a ton of information that I wanted to share with y'all, because a lot of people, you know, the common fisherman doesn't know. They may catch a tag flounder, not really know what to do with it, and say, oh yeah, I caught a tag flounder, I didn't know what to do with it, threw it back. So now you know you need to measure the fish, get a good accurate measurement and a location as detailed as you'd like.
Grab the number on the tag, that unique number that tells us that was that fish.
Yes, most definitely the number. That way we know that it's a flounder that I've tagged, and y'all can get like double the prizes and stuff from it. Enough talking. Let's get in here, catch some more doormat flounder, and continue on with the tagging. He thumped it too. He didn't play with it. Now, if you want to catch some of these too, now you can swap over these fish bites.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to get on the fish bites here in just a second after seeing that.
We got to see if
that's what I need for the Doormat Classic.
Oh yeah. This man's fishing the Doormat Classic, and he needed that big fish.
I sure did.
It is tough fishing today, folks. This is the second day of a nip tide, but it was the only opportunity we had to get together to go. But we're hoping we can put get a few more flounder in the boat to tag. All right, there we go.
Look at him.
Look at that guy.
Ooh, he's barely hooked.
You need net? There we go.
Got us another one.
All right, got us another flatty. Let's see what he's gonna measure. About 13 and a half. Oh no, you didn't. Get him, get him. Get him.
So lively. Stay right there now.
14 and a quarter. All right. All right. 14 and a quarter, yes. So you said right around there.
Yep, anywhere in that area, as long as you don't hit the lateral line.
Right there.
Yep.
Go in at a 45 and just click.
Yep. There it is.
All right.
2895.
28995. 2895. Like we said before, all we need is a length on the fish and a location, and hopefully another release for another recapture, and we got some stuff coming for you.
There we go. See ya.
Good job, brother.
Thank you.
All right, tie ball game.
She hit the front one.
So how old would you say that 14 and a half inch fish, or 14 and a quarter fish was?
That could be an early spawned fish from last year that's really still right at about a year old, or it could just be a slower growing.
Slower growing.
Late spawned fish from the year before that's just a slower grower.
Okay.
So about a year and a half.
That's amazing that that a flounder will grow from nothing to 14 inches.
Yeah.
That quick. And then, and after that, what length growth do you see typically?
During that second year, up to about 1 inch a month.
An inch a month. Y'all hear that, guys? 1 inch a month of growth on a flounder.
And then once they turn 3 years old, they start to slow down a bit. Mainly, I think, because they're diverting a lot of their resources to developing reproduction and getting fatter and stuff.
Right.
Get ready to go offshore and spawn. That's probably really an incredible journey for them. One of the acoustic tagged fish I had last year left Mobile Bay in November, and there's some more receivers. Like other people do acoustic studies and have receivers and stuff. This fish went all the way down the coast to picked up in front of like St. Andrews Park in Panama City.
Really?
And went all the way down to Port St. Joe, which is where we last heard from her in January. She did that in a month. That's 150 miles.
In a month?
In a month.
My God.
20. This was a bigger fish, 20-incher, but still, for a flatfish, that's an incredible journey.
Yes. Talking about
the crazy thing is that fish, most likely, if it survived, will come back to Alabama.
My goodness. So they like the same territories. If they'll go out hundreds of miles and spawn and come back to the same.
That's one of the biggest findings from my research in the acoustic stuff, is that they have some kind of homing mechanism, like a salmon would, or
a sea turtle or something like that.
Maybe it's a natal river system, like wherever they grow up, like they'll come back to it. How they find that, still amazing.
Yeah, that is so amazing. Cause you're talking a fish swimming along the bottom for hundreds of miles and can come back.
Yeah. And so there's, you know, a lot of research that's trying to figure out how they do that, whether it's like they're tapped into the magnetic field, or if they can, you know, they have like advanced chemoreceptors where they can actually smell the different chemistries of the water and stuff, so maybe that's part of it.
That is unreal. I never would have thought that.
Me neither.
So typically they'll go in about what depth of water to spawn, or how far out?
That's something we still don't fully understand, mainly because it's so hard to design a study. There's so much water out there, but a lot of indications point to somewhere around 200 to 300 foot of water is where they like to spawn. But they'll go even deeper than that, and you know, some of the main reasons we know a lot of that stuff is from the grouper fishermen, actually, that fish in the wintertime. Every now and then they'll catch a southern flounder while they're grouper fishing.
Good Lord. Fish on, fish on. There we go. Give him a little boat flip here. Oh! That's why you don't boat flip flounder.
Yeah, should have got the net. I'll eat again if you put it on top of it.
Well, that one won't get any jewelry today. I knew better than that. I tell everybody, don't boat flip a flounder. I think I got another one, y'all. Yep, that's a better fish. No, it ain't. I will not be boat flipping this fish. Yeah, get the net for me, brother. We want to keep them low down in the water. Don't let them come up and head shake. There we go. This is what I was talking about earlier in some of my recent videos. I've been seeing so many flounder that size in the marsh, and that's all spawning from last year's spawn, right there.
Yep. That fish is probably about 10 months old. So these are actually some of my favorite fish to tag, because the recaptures on these are so cool. Like if this fish gets captured next year,
right?
See just how much she grew and where she went and all that. So go ahead and pop the tag in her. And so we got 2894. And let's check out a measurement. About 11 1/4.
11 1/4.
See ya.
See you, dude.
Yeah, that's going to be a cool recap.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome, awesome program. But I have been seeing a bumper crop of flounder that size. All right, I think I got one. Yep. Flounder, baby. Feels like a good fish. He ain't come up yet. Yeah, he's decent.
Oh, yeah.
He's decent. Get him, Dr. Doormat. Coming to you, brother. There we go.
Nice. Got a big old bulge in his belly. Still hungry.
Still hungry, still eating. There we go.
17 incher.
Not too bad.
A little bigger.
And we'll get a length on this guy. Hey, I'm fixing to let you go now. Calm down. Calm down. 17 and a half. He's got a little weight to him too for his size.
Yeah, that's a fat one.
Yeah, he is. All right, dude. Love it, brother. All right, everybody, we're fixing to wrap this video up. We're back at the dock. We knew it would be challenging today, the second day of the nip tide, but hey, mission accomplished. We were able to get out here, catch some good undersized flounder, doormat, some nice sized fish, got them tagged. Thanks so much, Dylan, for coming.
Thank you for having me, man. This was a blast. I'm glad we finally could get together.
I know we've been talking about it for a while.
We have, yeah.
Absolutely. This man's great. He does so much for the flounder population in the state of Alabama. It's a great program to be a part of. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of the tagging program. A lot of good things will come from it. Like we say, you know, you catch a tag flounder, and if you can release him, be great. Where you can get recaptured again, and call that number in, give a length of the fish, general location of where you was fishing for the research, and you'll get some prizes from Dylan's crew, from me, from Fish Bites. Be a pretty good little deal, y'all. Thank y'all, and as always, if you didn't see me in the bayou, you can see me right here on Bayou Bandit Charters every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Thank y'all. See y'all next week.